Yo, what's going on, everyone? This is XBeat Ninja here with some more Killzone Shadowfall gameplay. But before I can get into the topic I want to talk about during this video, I want to thank you all for viewing my videos and subscribing. That was a little bit of a tongue twister. I kind of screwed that up. But nevertheless, thank you all for subscribing. I believe 3 weeks ago I finally hit 100 subscribers. So thank you all. I really do appreciate it. You guys are cool. I wish I can give you a bro fist through the computer, but if you put your fist up to the computer, I'm putting my fist to the computer right now, so that'll be our bro fist. So thank you all again. But this video I want to talk about TGS 2014 and more specifically Final Fantasy 15. And I know TGS was maybe 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, but it's taken me quite a while to like really wrap my head around it, you know. Watch the videos like 1,000 times and really read quite a few interviews just to wrap my head around it. So they showed a new trailer for Final Fantasy 15, which really rustled my jammies. I was really hyped. Like, I really enjoyed this TGS 14 or this year's TGS more than I can say E3 and Gamescom this year. But back into Final Fantasy 15. It's really good. I really enjoyed it. New trailer showed a little bit of the combat and a little bit of the world. Absolutely fantastic. I was really hyped for it. They also did a stage demo, which they showed a little bit more of the character detail as well as more of the combat, which is really looking good to me. I'm really happy that it's not a turnstile RPG. That's one thing I can really, high five Square Enix on. Not that it hasn't been known that this isn't a turnstile. This has been known for quite some time, a few years actually. But I'm really happy that it's an action RPG. The combat looks really fun. Visuals, utterly amazing. Granted that this was a stage demo and a trailer, and Hajime Tabata, who is the new director for Final Fantasy 15, stated in an interview that the game is only 50 to 60% done. So I took this is like a rough cut of the game. So, it did need some work. It was noticeable in the trailers, but for granted, it looks really solid. The visual of the world, the character design, combat, just everything just looks really good so far. So I'm really happy for Square Enix. They seem really, steamhead on Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts 3, which unfortunately they did not show at TGS 2014 from my recollection, from what I can recall. What the hell was I trying to say? Sorry about that. But no release date was given for Final Fantasy 15, which was kind of a bummer. But I was going into this not looking for a trailer at all. I wasn't really expecting Square Enix to say a whole lot of nothing about Final Fantasy 15, for the simple fact that they didn't really show they did not show anything at E3 this year. So I was really happy to see trailer and a stage demo. So I can kind of forgive no release date, but I'm really crossing my fingers that this game will be released no later than 2016. Please, Square Enix, no later than 2016. This game, man, it's been in development for quite some time. Not as long as some other games that have released, but I believe this game was announced originally as Final Fantasy Versus 13 back at E3 2006. So it's been in development for quite some time. And then when he said that the game is between 50 and 60% done, that kind of made me think, man, this game probably went through some changes a lot. So I was kind of so no later than 2016. I do want the game. I think we all want the best game possible to be released. So if it does take a little bit more time beyond 2016, that's something I can forgive, because I want Final Fantasy 15 to be the absolute best Square Enix can produce. Which so far it's looking solid. They're doing a really good job on it so far. So 2016, please. 2017, I'll accept. Please, no later than 2017. Early 2017, okay. But anything beyond that, that's like punching me in the gut, because I really want to get my grubby little fingers on this game. So, also, it was announced that if you pre-order Final Fantasy Type O HD, which I believe was originally a PSP game that was released in Japan and was not localized anywhere else. I believe it was only released in Japan. So if you pre-order the remake or the HD version, which is coming out on, I think, both PS3 and PS4, I want to say PS4, but I'll put a link to all that information as well. So if you pre-order Final Fantasy Type O HD, you will get the playable demo for Final Fantasy 15 entitled Duske. I'm like 100% sure I'm like butchering that name, so I do apologize. But you'll get that. I'm not too sure if that's if you buy it or if you pre-order. I'm not quite sure on that either. But according to an interview Tabata had with, I think, IGN, the demo is an hour long demo, depending on how you approach it. So I believe in the demo, it was stated that there's a dungeon, and you can also drive around in the demo. So if you do all of that, you know, you might get around, I think he said 4 or 5 hours of gameplay. For me, it will be probably triple that because, you know, it's been a long time for this game. This game has been in development for quite some time. You know, like I said, not as long as others, but I'm going to sit there and, like, look at every single blade of grass. I want to sit there and stare at all the buildings for, like, 10 minutes and look at all the fur and all the animals. I'm going to really, you know, suck this game in, you know, just really just take my time with it. It will be replayed 1,000 times, guaranteed by me personally. And there's unlockables in the demo, which was pretty exciting to see what else, you know, what Final Fantasy 15 will be like, or what does it play like, and stuff like that. Final Fantasy Type O HD releases March 2015 and is up for pre-order on Amazon and other various websites right now. I'm not too sure if other websites are offering that demo, but I believe on Amazon, I believe there's a description. If you pre-order, you know, Final Fantasy demo, all that other good stuff. So, development-wise on Final Fantasy 15, they did have a change in directors. Originally, it was Tetsuya Nomura who was directing Final Fantasy 15. Now it's Hajime Tabata, and then Square Enix moved Tetsuya Nomura over to Kingdom Hearts 3 full-time, and I believe it was like a Twitter or interview they had with Nomura. He's like really like, it's like full of rage. He's really like attacking this Kingdom Hearts 3. He's really excited for it. He's ready to get there and, you know, really make Kingdom Hearts 3 a great game, which I'm pretty excited for. And I think that was like a smart move on Square Enix part, because I believe, I mean, with him handling both Kingdom Hearts 3 and Final Fantasy 15, I guess, you know, development was taking quite some time, so they decided to put Hajime on full-time, which I think he was like a co-director or something like that for Final Fantasy 15, and then put Tetsuya Nomura on full-time with KH3, which is a smart move by Square Enix just to cut down on development time. That's really it. I'm really excited for it. TGS this year, pretty solid. I really liked it. I'm really excited for Bloodborne. That's crazy. You know, Dark Souls really never appealed to me that much, but Bloodborne is really, you know, it's kind of poking at the heart. It's like, buy me, buy me, buy me. And I'm like sitting here like, I'm sorry, money in my wallet. That is non-existent, but I really... It's that type of game. Bloodborne looks like it's going to be a buy, and I believe Bloodborne releases in February 2015. I don't know the exact date, and I was really excited for Guilty Gear Xrd, if that's how you pronounce it. Never really figured out how you say that name, but I'm a huge fighting game fanatic fan, or whatever you want to call it. I've been playing fighting games since KOF, back on the PlayStation. I believe it was on the PlayStation. I was really little when I played it. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was mashing buttons for a while. All I care, but I'm really excited for Guilty Gear. No release date for North America. For Japan, it's December 4th, 2014. I hope we get added in that, or like a week after Japan. But I'm really excited for that as well. So I want to take time, again, thank you all for watching and subscribing. I really do appreciate it. More videos coming out Friday. That's it. Just trying to keep up with the content. trying to keep the quality up. Thank you all for watching. I'll see all you lovely faces later. Adios.